There is a large part of the civilian population that just wants nothing but to send their children to school. They want that there should be peace in Kashmir. But there is again a very small but vocal minority which has got influence, or I should say outsized influence, and they have Kashmir in a vice-like grip. These are the people who influence thinking in Kashmir. These are the people who spend crores of rupees in radicalizing children as young as 5 years old. So you have these 5-year-old children chanting slogans about jihad, saying that, hame kya chahiye azadi. Do you truly feel that a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old understands the meaning of jihad? Understands what this so-called azadi is? They are feeding their younger generation poison. That is what these leaders are doing. The political leaders of Kashmir and the Hurriyat conference. They are feeding poison to the young. They now have the second generation of stone pelters. What will happen tomorrow when these young stone pelters go out and look for jobs? Who's going to give them money for stone pelting? Is stone pelting a vocation? Is it a qualification? They should join the national mainstream. They should make their parents proud. They should make the state proud. They should make the country proud. For 500 rupees a day, you want to throw stones at security forces. And then this so-called drama about Azadi, the so-called drama about the 1948 resolutions on Kashmir. Nothing has happened for 70 years, and nothing is going to happen for the next 70 years. Why? There is a very strong reason. The separatists, be they the Hurriyat or even the terrorists, their ideological masters are in Pakistan. The world knows that the Kashmiri separatists keep company of Pakistanis. Pakistan itself has such a bad reputation in the world. It is almost looked upon as a terrorist nation. Nobody has any good thing to say about Pakistan. It's all about the company you keep. You can keep on saying Azadi, Azadi. You can keep on parroting the same lines. But when people see you waving Pakistani flags, when they see you waving ISIS flags, who will have sympathy for you or your so-called cause? No one. You would be looked upon as an extension of terrorists. And that is exactly what is happening. ये एक साजिश है हुर्रियत की, कश्मीर के पॉलिटिशियंस की और जो भी सेपरेटिस्ट हैं, उनकी साजिश है कि जितना कश्मीरियों को जाहिल रखा जाए उतना अच्छा, क्योंकि अगर कोई पढ़ लिख लेगा तो पत्थर क्यों फेंकेगा? फिर वो चाहेगा कि मैं नौकरी करूं, वो चाहेगा मैं बिजनेस करूं. That is why they burn schools. The central government, the Indian government, gives thousands of crores of rupees per year to Kashmir. They give special grants, special packages. Where is this money going? I don't see new schools being built. I don't see new hospitals being built. I don't see great infrastructure coming up in Kashmir by the state government. Where is this money going? This question can be answered by those politicians who have made politics a family business in Kashmir, who have property worth thousands of crores in London, in Dubai. And these are the people who are actually part of the national mainstream because they are leaders of local political parties, and they are rich beyond belief. They are rich beyond belief. The business is basically stealing money from the government of India and the government of Kashmir. So rather than building new schools, they are encouraging the fringe element in Kashmir to burn down existing schools. Syed Gilani says he does not want Kashmiri children to join NCC. He encourages the burning of schools. His own granddaughter studies in DPS in Srinagar. So while the children of the separatists, their grandchildren, they live a very luxurious existence, the common Kashmiri is supposed to have only one trade, and that is stone pelting. क्योंकि इंसान जितना जाहिल रहेगा उतना हुर्रियत के गिरफ्त में रहेगा. There is a lot of disinformation spread within Kashmir, and the separatists, they love to do it. They love to spread falsehood. So somebody will say that there are 7 lakh Indian army in Kashmir. This is blatant falsehood. Jammu and Kashmir has 3 corps. 14 corps is in Leh, 15 corps is in Srinagar, and 16 corps is in Nagrota. How does 3 corps add up to 7 or 8 lakh soldiers? It doesn't. But generations of Kashmiris have been brought up believing that this army is an occupation army. This army is there to subjugate you. That is not true. We have a 760 kilometer line of control with Pakistan. And that is why the Indian army is there. Because the Hurriyat very conveniently shuts down business 50% of the time. So what will people do? They sit at the chai khana and they concoct these fantastic theories. They keep on propounding theories which have no basis in fact. Ask any separatist, what is the proof? He has no proof. The only proof is, everybody knows. That is the bottom line. They say everybody knows. Who's everybody? My neighbor knows, my son knows, my father knows, that's all. You will find a lot of images on social media of mass graves in Kashmir. All of these images have been stolen from Syria. They Photoshop, क्योंकि वो photoshopping करने वाला भी जाहिल है और जो उसको देख रहा है वो भी जाहिल है, उसकी भी समझ नहीं है. They start believing. They believe everything that is told to them. Unfortunately, the level of discourse in J&K has gone down to such a level. It has gone down to such a level where it is impossible to talk logic. And I am very surprised why the parents would allow their children to fall into this trap. Kashmir does not generate enough taxes to pay the salary of state government employees. That state is supported by the center. If tomorrow New Delhi pulls back, Kashmir will collapse into economic chaos. After Zakir Musa, the ex-head of the Hizbul Mujahideen, made a comment that whenever you throw stones, he told the stone pelters, whenever you throw stones, do so in the name of Islam. Don't do it in the name of Azadi. So obviously now there is a counter narrative in Kashmir in which they say that this entire so-called Azadi struggle has nothing to do with freedom. It has nothing to do with so-called Azadi. It is about Islam. It is about Nizam-e-Mustafa. It is about establishment of Islamic rule. This is again being fueled by parties from across the line of control. People like Zakir Musa are getting very jittery. Some time back he made a comment that Indian Muslims are cowards. They are not taking part in the jihad in Kashmir. They should take part in the jihad in Kashmir. This is what Zakir Musa said. Indian Muslims are not cowards. Indian Muslims know that this so-called jihad in Kashmir is a fraud. It is a synthetically manufactured fraud. That is why in more than 27 years, not one single Indian non-Kashmiri Muslim has gone to Kashmir to fight. You have Indian Muslims dying to protect this country. Few days back was the martyrdom anniversary of Captain Hanifuddin. You've heard of Captain Fayaz, Omar Fayaz. There are so many such names. It is wrong to give religion to somebody who's worn the uniform because the religion is the nation. But I'm just mentioning these names just to tell people, just to educate people that this entire Kashmir jihad is an absolute fraud. It is based on money. It is based on scaremongering tactics. It is based on the fact that the more you scare the government of India, the more you scare the local government, the more money you can extract. It is based on these factors. These constant attacks on army camps, consistent and constant violations along the line of control, Pakistan funding stone pelters who are interrupting operations, all this, and this is a personal feeling that I have, all this is pushing back the Indian Army to the 90s style of operations, which nobody wants in the first place. We want Kashmir to be peaceful, but these people are deliberately pushing the Indian Army to the 1990s style of operations. Why? Because we feel today that we need to dominate territory. We need to flush out militants from where they're hiding. And a soft approach is no longer tenable. The soft approach is for civilians in Kashmir. The soft approach, the Sadbhavna approach, is for those people who believe in the idea of India, who want to join the mainstream, These people, these innocent people are our brothers. We owe them our loyalty. We owe them our help. And we are grateful. But for those people who pick up weapons, who pick up arms against the state, they will be dealt with like Burhan Wani, like Sabzar Bhatt was dealt with. मैं जाकिर मूसा से साफ तौर से ये कहना चाहता हूं कि हिंदुस्तानी मुसलमानों को देखना है तो ब्रिगेडियर मोहम्मद उस्मान से लेकर लेफ्टिनेंट उमर फयाज तक देखिए। हिंदुस्तान का मुसलमान जिसने अपने खून से जमीन के ऊपर लकीर खींच दी, वो लकीर हिंदुस्तान की हिफाजत की लकीर है। लेकिन ये बात एक दहशतगर्द कभी नहीं समझ सकता।